Have a volunteer just help with getting the mic to people who have
We're going to have the ladies introduce themselves, and then we'll open it up. So you can share your name.
My name is Anaze.
I'm Desharnay.
I don't know how to get back there.
Kwame.
Nadia. I'd be able to be like.
I'm Keontae.
Get back there.
Farah. Princess, the hip hop mama. Any other actress? Just kidding. Zipporah.
My name is China Palmer. Tamika Chavis.
And I'm Isis Clay.
All right, who has a question?
I have a question for Princess. I wanted to know more about your program and like what it's about, because I like your introduction.
So that way y'all can just keep the mic up there. I'll try to use my theater voice. So Royal Voices is called Radiating Our Young Aspiring Leaders, and really it's named after my daughter's middle name is Royal. And for me, I do a lot of work around Black mother-daughter relationships, particularly. I do a lot of work around Black mother-daughter relationships and the personal development of Black girls and women, and identifying like a lot of the issues that usually break the relationships down, kind of like what the sisters talk about here, and starting with what we call the womb print, the foundation, so that way that we build and restore those relationships. So I work one-on-one with some. I work one-on-one with some girls. I'm a rapper, singer, actress, all that type of stuff. So I use hip hop and theater to train people in those ways through public speaking and all of that stuff. So I'll give you my card for sure. And what's your name?
Christian.
Christian.
I have a question.
After you finish, you guys will
You can take it now.
Oh no, you can go first.
I have a question for the mothers. What's like the best thing about like being a mother? Like, what's the best thing?
Everything. Everything. Waking up to them one day.
The best thing for me is like being able to have somebody to like cuddle with. Never sleep alone.
Yeah.
Right.
So my question is about what was it like having your own words reflected back to you during the performance? I don't know if this is the first time you've seen it or if you were in any rehearsals, but what was it like hearing your own words coming out of someone else's mouth?
Powerful. It was very emotional.
Was there any specific line that you knew you said but didn't hear like your own voice, or something that surprised you that you said?
The go home part, y'all, that was me. Go home.
Yeah.
Nothing really surprised me. It was different, like, seeing it played out and hearing it from somebody else. And it was real touching, emotional. I'll have to agree with her. It was very emotional to watch. And it brought me back in my head of like the things that I went through and like the whole process of it all. It was beautiful though.
Excuse me. What's your name?
One
Cornet. Okay. My name is Raina, and I met her at, I don't need the mic, baby. I don't need the mic.
Well, just for folks, in case we have someone who's hearing impaired, the microphone helps with
okay.
to make sure everyone can hear us. Thank you.
Well, I know her from
Sunshine.
She came there to do an intern or something, right? And I just like to say that I see how she has blossomed, and I'm so proud of you. I didn't know. Just give me a hand. I'm just so proud of you. And I know
ask the question you had of the audience about like what themes resonated with them?
Sure. Yeah.
So one of the things that I was thinking about as I was reading the script and watching the play, of how many themes showed up that can resonate with us, even if this may be some of our story or may not be. But one question that I had for the audience is there any one character or one woman that you found yourself relating to?
Yes.
Yes.
First of all, I want to say great job. I just really appreciate your sharing your experiences and your voices with us. The actors were great in portraying their experiences. I see myself in every one of your stories. I too was a teen mother. I lived in the Curry Simon house, which is also a transitional house for teen mothers, and I had a son. So yay! And we went through all of those things, all of those experiences. I am so involved in the community to this day because of everything that I've gone through, and being here tonight and just hearing your story just made me reflect upon all that I've gone through, and I can see you guys navigating through those same paths, and I can see that you're going to make it and you're going to be fine. And trust me, it gets better, and you're going to be an amazing mom. You really are. I can see it. And God bless you. And just thank you so much for sharing your story.
Anyone else resonate?
Thank you.
I resonated with a little bit of all of your stories as well. But one thing that captured my attention, and I know in our community we don't talk about, is what Miss Princess was saying in the song. And it's like, people, it was catchy, but I want to make sure everybody was listening, because the whole womb aspect and womb healing and the healing that we go through and the hurt that we go through, and how when you don't deal with it, how that transfers into different things. And so I just kind of wanted to highlight that, because I have experienced a lot of hurt, and from not processing and not guilt, I've experienced bodily harm. And so I just want to make sure that we know that we're caring for ourselves, and we're taking care of our wounds and our hurt, and are protecting our hearts. So as you go forward, I just want you guys to know, thank you for sharing your story, but to let you know, love will come your way. I don't want you guys to think just because you had a son that you can't have that relationship that you did desire, you dreamed of. You just have to keep pouring into yourself and keep healing yourself and keep sharing your story, because the fact that you share your story, I already know there's a lot of healing that took place. And so I just want to thank you for being an example for us to see and to keep that process going.
Thinking about that theme of healing, before we get to your question, one of the questions that I would like to ask the mothers, I know when I wrote my part in the program of what does mothering while Black mean to you, I said that it means unlearning internalized oppression, so that I can raise free people. And so being able to identify the things that I needed to unlearn, I wanted to find out from you all, what things did you have to unlearn that you were either taught about your womanhood or your Blackness or even your worth? What did you have to unlearn to be the women that you are right now and that you're growing into be?
I ain't ready to answer yet. That's real. Somebody gotta go. Somebody want to talk. This is a process.
Kind of shy, but I had to like teach myself like everything I knew. Like, I'm not the smartest person in the world, even though I think I am. But I really had to teach myself everything that my mother didn't teach me. And basically, I want to teach my son that like everything that a child needs to be taught. You know what I'm saying? And basically, just not like the materialistic things and stuff like that. Like, I really want to teach my son everything that needs to be taught as a child that he is, basically.
Right.
Joy right there.
It's never easy. Number one, let's just put it out there. You can get frustrated. It's gonna be some days you want to throw in the towel, but I mean, looking at his face and seeing him and just growing with him is you gonna give it to me. It's it's a beautiful thing, but it's never easy. You just have patience. You'll learn to have patience. But it's all a work. You singing? It's all a work in progress. So I love my little man.
I have to agree. Do I have to? Okay. I have to agree with Nadia with this. It's a learning process and it takes a lot of patience. Like a lot of patience. And sometimes, like, I never knew how good I was going to be at mothering. Like, I feel like I do an awesome job when it comes to my son. Like, he's 10 months. He could do a lot. He say words. He started walking at 9 months, and it's like, oh, that's because of me. Because I brought him here. And I still teaching him. He do make me mad every morning. We argue every morning. It never fails. It's every morning. But it's like he makes me mad every morning. I was like, good morning. And he just starts smiling. So I was like, all right, that's how my day gets going. Like, I got my baby smiling, drop him off at school. Now I got to do what I have to do. And being a mom, I feel like every mother is strong, but to be a young mother by yourself, you're way more stronger. And I never knew how strong I was until I'm in the spot that I am right now. That's all I got.
Thank you. Yeah.
I want to say keep up the confidence because I actually work with young playwrights before, and it's kind of like weird, but a little like different to see like them showing your writing and showing your experience on stuff. So that would took a lot of confidence. So good job.
Any other questions? One of the things that I was thinking about also, just in thinking about the village, right? And we know that with this program that supported you all so much to grow, to unlearn, and to be there for each other in building that community, I wonder what more would you need from your village? Like, if going through your day, what are the things that you want from people you want people to know, but you also want people to offer for extra support, any support in any way. What does that look like for you, and how can we as people that have now witnessed your story, how can you hold us accountable to if we are affirming these things? Yes, boo. We're affirming these things. How do we make sure that you also have adequate support as you're continuing to move forward?
I'm kind of emotional, but like being that my grandmother, my aunt, and everybody died, basically like I don't have anybody to like check up on me throughout the day. So basically I always think like, dang, I'm alone, like nobody for a lot of kids, like not even my own dad like, check up on me like, oh, what you doing, such and such, and even my mom, like she's incarcerated, like when she calls me on the phone, like she just want me to call her boyfriend or whatever, but she'd be like, I'd be like, Mom, so how was your day? And she'd be like, nothing, call Mecca and such and such such. So I said again, like, yeah, Mom, what did you do all day? Because actually I want her to say it to me. Like, I'm saying it so you can say it back. Like, duh. Like, all I want you to say is like, hello. But you supposed to say stuff like that back. Like, oh, what was you doing today? How was your day? And then the person would say it back like, oh, what was you doing today? How was your day? And like, it's never that. It never really hurts me that nobody calls me throughout my day and asks me what I'm doing. So basically, like, in the morning now, like, I don't care about nothing. Like, for some reason, I just stopped worrying. And like, just start thinking in my mind, like, everything is going to be okay. I just don't need to worry. Because the last past year, I've been worrying, like, about my future and car. I mean, I moved into my apartment, but it's just like everything just needs